Pirates. The word alone evokes images of rugged ships, treasure maps, and legendary outlaws of the sea. But who were these pirates, and how did they come to dominate the seas in tales that persist to this day? The history of piracy stretches back thousands of years. Pirates, in their earliest form, can be traced as far back as the ancient Mediterranean. As early as 1350 BC, the Egyptians were fighting against sea raiders who threatened their coastal cities. These early pirates targeted merchant ships, looting goods and capturing crew members to sell into slavery. Fast forward to the Middle Ages, where piracy spread across European waters. Viking raiders, some of the most notorious pirates of this era, plundered their way across Europe. These seafaring warriors terrorized coastal communities, not just for loot, but for land and conquest. But when most people think of pirates, they're thinking of the golden age of piracy. This period, roughly from the late 1600s to the early 1700s, was fueled by European empires expanding their influence and trade across the world. As more ships traversed the oceans carrying gold, spices, and other valuable goods, they became prime targets for pirates. The Caribbean became the epicenter of pirate activity. English, French, and Spanish ships all vied for dominance, but pirates didn't answer to any nation. They sailed under the Jolly Roger, the infamous skull and crossbones flag, and their ships roamed freely, ambushing merchant vessels and naval fleets alike. Many legendary names emerged during this time. Blackbeard, perhaps the most infamous pirate of all, was feared not just for his ruthless tactics, but for his terrifying appearance, often weaving slow-burning fuses into his beard to create a cloud of smoke around his head during battles. Then there was Captain Kidd, originally hired as a privateer to attack enemy ships, who became a notorious pirate himself after turning to the outlaw lifestyle. Pirates created their own unique societies. They lived by strict codes of conduct, such as dividing loot equally among the crew and voting on major decisions. Their ships were some of the first truly democratic spaces in a world ruled by monarchies and empires. However, piracy wasn't all adventure and riches. Life at sea was brutal. Pirates often faced harsh conditions, including disease, starvation, and constant battles. Their outlaw status meant they were hunted by naval fleets from various nations, and capture often led to execution. By the early 18th century, the Golden Age came to an end. European governments cracked down hard on piracy, and powerful navies patrolled the seas, making it much harder for pirates to operate.